cake or a sheet cake, we get to showcase for you the Debbie Meyer CakeCutters. So I learned something new tonight. The CakeCutters are Debbie's first ever product she invented. And that's been more than 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, they were invented even before that.
So here's an opportunity for you to be able to own a product that's been on television for over 20 years. You are going to get the U-shaped cake cutter for your sheet cakes. You'll get the V-shaped cake cutter for your round cakes. And then you choose the color that you like. We have black, ivory, blue, or red. And this allows us to be able to cut a cake like an expert every single time, right? Nice clean slices.
Every single piece is perfect. You just saw the video. This is the easiest way to cut cakes, serve cakes elegantly. It's perfect every single time. The pointed one is for round cakes. You can see that V. You adjust it by simply how big you want to cut a piece of cake. The square one is for sheet cakes or square cakes, and it's to how deeply you go into the cake. But you know what? This is not sharp. Kids cut their own cakes, you just saw in the video. Children, my grandchildren cut their own cakes. It's no more taking that cake away and cutting it up in the kitchen so no one sees it. This is how it works. Now I'm gonna cut just a normal sized piece of cake. Now this is the black handle, look how beautiful it is. You make no choice other than the color. You are getting both styles. So you can cut round cakes or square cakes. Now I'm gonna cut through this. That's a very deep layer cake. I didn't realize how big that is. And I'm just gonna back it out.
Wow, nice.
Isn't that the most beautiful piece of cake?
Look at how clean those slices are.
And I'm gonna turn this around because I really want you to see how beautiful that cake is. So every single piece is gorgeous. You put it down on the plate and you release it, and that's how gorgeous it is. Now I'll cut one more out of this cake because I want to show you, let's do a big one. It doesn't matter how big a piece of cake you want. It's still gorgeous, it's still perfectly cut. Now let's do the square cake. But you know, in my house, if you don't cut cake fast, you ain't cutting cake. they say, move along here. So this one you adjust by how deeply you go into the cake. So you could go like that big, or you could go that big. Let's start with this one. Down through the cake, pull it out, beautiful piece of cake right there. Let's say Marlo probably likes the flower. We're gonna cut this for Marlo.
Oh, that's perfect.
Because she's our guest of honor. Look at that. I can cut any piece, size, piece I want.
And sheet cakes are really hard sometimes.
Oh, and
right?
You know, people are always doing things like they have a cup of water next to them, so they're wiping off the knife.
Exactly.
Hot water and dipping it. You don't have any of that. You saw how beautifully these cut. These are perfect gifts. These are perfect hostess gifts. Look how clean and gorgeous that cake is.
And Debbie, I'm gonna get in there just for a moment because I do want to show you, we have them in the front. And I love how elegantly you designed them with the pretty little, I don't know how well you can see them, but they have pretty touches of gold. Yep. So there's your set of two in the black. Here's the ivory, which is nice and classic and easy and most popular. And then even the red, I think, is really pretty, especially like for holiday. And so under $20, they're a customer pick. They're also on FlexPay at $6.65. Want to go into our Facebook page. Grace is here. Grace says that she owns them and loves them, so thank you for your comments, Grace. Yvette says, I still have those cake cutters, and she gave you a whole bunch of hearts, which I love that Yvette did that.
Oh, that's sweet, thank you, Yvette.
And Roberta commented about your green boxes. She says that she loves the green boxes and the green bags, and she actually also has the cake cutters when you were on QVC, which I think that's fun. Isn't that fun?
Wow, that's a long time ago.
82, so you've got a lot of fans out there here that are live tonight, which is very nice.
Now remember that they both come in this little box. So you can take this box, put it in a gift bag, and you're ready to go to someone's house. Whether you want to take it as a gift, it's a perfect wedding shower gift, it's a perfect housewarming gift, it's a perfect gift to take with. Maybe you're going to take the cake with you. I'm going to switch sides with you quickly, Marlo. What I like to do, take a cake. This is one of those patchwork cakes. It's all different cakes put together. So what I like to do sometimes is pre-cut and leave my cake cutter in the cake so that people can come along and help themselves, because I like to do cake buffets.
Yes.
So I like to put my cake cutters in it. I pre-cut because I know how many pieces I want to get out of that. Somebody's going to come along and take a great big one when I want them to only take one, right? So it doesn't have to be a celebration cake. We have coffee cake. We have bundt cakes in my house all the time.
You know, so if you have maybe a book club group, or maybe for a church, or maybe your social group.
Oh, so many people have
nice
left
investment.
This. Well, so many people have told me that they've taken a set and left it at the social hall for their church so that they can serve cake all the time.
Right, absolutely.
Or in your office, if you serve a lot of sheet cakes, maybe you have birthday parties and things like that, or kids parties. This is like the favorite thing.
Because you buy it once, you know, it's not something that you would have to buy again, which is really nice.
Well,
but it's like perfect, you know, perfect slices, especially when you have to have it stretch. Oftentimes, you know, you'll have 10 people that might RSVP for the party, but you end up having 20 people.
Oh, yeah.
So now you've got to really cut smaller portions than you'd like. So this really might, you know, just be the perfect thing for you.
Cutting sideways, I'm cutting from the other side. My grandchildren love this because they get to cut their own birthday cakes. They can, you know, they have the pride of doing it themselves. And people who have limited mobility also love this because you can do this with one hand.
Yeah, it's great.
I've actually done this with coffee cakes all the time. I cut with one hand, pick it up, serve it. It's as simple as can be. This is safe in it. In fact, I'm very proud to say that it actually is in the permanent collection of the Design Museum of London.
Congratulations. That's really nice. And Debbie is going to be with us throughout the day. Don't forget that in her 4 p.m. shows, she's going to be focusing on the